Now in case of the heart, first of all the atria, they depolarize, and after the atria the ventricles depolarize. Okay. So first of all, I told you what is depolarization. This is such a brief electrical change that occurs within these cells, which sends this electrical impulse, which can be between the cells also, which can be within this cell also. So in case of heart, this depolarization occurs in the atria first, and then this depolarization wave from the atria, it is sent to the ventricles. So this is how the electrocardiograph of a normal heart looks like. I will explain you what these waves are. Okay. So before that, just understand that when we talk about this formation of these waves due to this electrical impulses, we have SA node. Now this SA node is sinoatrial node, right. This sinoatrial node depolarizes first and initiates this depolarization process into the atria. Okay. So this sinoatrial node is going to initiate this depolarization process and is going to send this depolarization wave to both the atria, that is left atria also and the right atria also. Okay. Then this representation is here by this P wave, as you can see. So the depolarization process that is there in case of the atria, it is represented by this P wave. Okay. Then moving on to next, that is we have an AV node. This AV node is atrioventricular node. Now from the atria, this depolarization wave through this atrioventricular node is going to what? Enter into the ventricles. Now these ventricles are going to get depolarized. This depolarization of the ventricles is represented by this QRS wave, as you can see in this image. After this, what is going to happen? Repolarization occurs of the atria first and then the ventricles. The repolarization of this ventricles is represented by this T wave. Okay. So we have P wave, we have QRS wave, and then we have a T wave. This is how a normal heart actually shows this electrocardiograph when it is beating. But when there is any change, when the heart is not normal, then there are changes in these waves. So remember that in case of heart, we have two atria and two ventricles in the human beings. The depolarization occurs first of all in the atria and then in the ventricles. How it happens? This initiation of depolarization begins from this sinoatrial node. Then it actually travels through this atrioventricular node through the ventricles. Okay. So after this depolarization, repolarization occurs in the ventricles and the atria, and the repolarization of the ventricles is represented by this T wave. So this is how P wave, QRS wave and this T wave actually are represented in case of a normal heart, and this goes on and on. This process is repeated on and on in case of a normal heart. But if there is any abnormality in the functioning or the working of the heart, then you cannot see such a wave graph. Okay, this electrocardiograph actually changes. So this is how an ECG actually works. These are the applications of ECG. We have already discussed what is actually ECG in the introductory part of the syllabus, and these are the applications which are actually there in the syllabus, and this I have given you extra knowledge so that you understand how this electrocardiograph represents these waves, this P wave, QRS wave and this T wave. I hope this is clear to you. So whenever in the examination it is going to be asked the application part, you will just explain the application part with, you can also cite how these waves actually correspond to different depolarization process in the atria and the ventricles.